Hello, hello, hello.
Hi guys, hi. We'll be starting soon, guys. We'll be starting soon. We're just waiting for people to come in. We have a very interesting topic today.
Thanks for joining us again today. It's a beautiful Sunday. Hi, Grace.
Hi, Grace.
Hi, Mr. Mulamata, watching us from Ndola.
Hi, Mr. Mlamata.
Kingdom Matters. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, hello.
We have a very beautiful topic today and a beautiful couple that will join us anytime from now.
Yes.
So stick with us. We have a very, 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 very nice topic.
Mm-hmm.
What's the topic again, madam?
Appreciating your partner.
Appreciating your partner. Wow, that's very interesting.
It's very interesting. You know what? I think when you're married, or you've been in a relationship for a long time, I think it becomes like it's hard to appreciate one another. That's my point, but it's not supposed to be that way. We're gonna talk about that.
Okay.
Hi, dear. Hi, Melody. Thank you for watching. It's gonna be amazing, guys. It's very important to appreciate one another.
Please invite your friends, invite other couples so they can join us in this live. If you feel like it's really helping you, please share with your friends. That way we can learn together.
We can learn together and have a good time. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's gonna be amazing. Appreciating your partner.
Yes, ma'am.
You look good, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate it. See, that's a good one. Appreciating your partner. So that's a good way of appreciating me. At least I feel good and my confidence has increased.
Oh yes. You are welcome.
Thank you so much. You're
Yeah.
looking good too. You're looking
Thank
perfect.
you very much, babe. Thank you. Oh wow, yeah. So appreciating. Yes, Kingdom Matters.
Appreciating already.
Appreciating already. Yeah, guys. It's gonna be so good. So, for those of you that are tuning in for the first time, we've been married for 9 years, and will be 10 years this year. So we feel like we have a little bit of experience, and we have, from what we've heard and what we see, at least we have something that we can share with you guys, and we can learn together. That's the reason why we started this. It's to help one another, because marriage is a beautiful thing, and we want everybody to enjoy it. Enjoy it. So that's the reason why we started doing this, and we just want you guys to write back as we talk to you guys, so we can learn together. And remember, we have a beautiful couple that will be joining us soon. So stay tuned. Don't go away. Invite your friends, invite your partners, invite your family members, so we can have a good time and learn together.
Hey, Mr. Mike Chimpai, guys, lovely program out there. Keep it up. I'm watching. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you for watching.
We appreciate that.
And keep sharing, guys. Keep sharing. These topics will help somebody out there.
One day, please host Nandy's on. Yes, we will.
Yes, we will. Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much, Lontia. Thank you.
Okay, madam, what do you think about it? How do you feel about this topic?
It's very important.
Mhm.
I feel good about this topic. I feel like it's gonna help somebody out there. It's gonna help some couples out there. It's not just for the married, also for the people that are just in relationships,
Exactly.
and also family relationships too. It can help too, because just saying thank you or appreciating somebody can encourage them even to do more good things.
Yeah, sometimes what I notice is just because you live with someone in the same house, under the same roof, we forget how important they are to be
Yes.
part of our lives. Like, we just get used to it. It's like, anyway, I can live my life without that person, forgetting
Exactly.
that there's some things that are working out in your life because of that partner.
Exactly.
So we really have to learn how to appreciating each other, like on a
Exactly.
daily basis.
Daily basis, yes. I like the way you appreciate every time when you say thank you, every time I serve you the food. even after even after we eat, you always say thank you, mommy, thank you, babe. That's just to encourage me that I did good job, right?
That's true.
So it's very important. You know,
That's-
I just thought about this when I was thinking minutes before this. I'm like, my husband always appreciates the food. Like every day, you always say thank you. Breakfast, you say thank you. Lunch, you say thank you. Even little snacks, you say thank you. And I've seen that our children also appreciates whenever I call them to the table to eat. They always say thank you, mommy. You know, all of them. So it's very important. Thank you so much, Mutinta. Yeah, so it's very important to appreciate one another. Just in those small things, it can help your partner to feel good.
Exactly.
So it's not just encouraging you, the person who cooked or the person who did something, but it's also encouraging to the other part also to think, wow, my partner thinks of me as a good thing. She appreciates me, things like that.
Exactly. That's true. That's
Yeah.
very true. It's good to appreciate each other. So you tell us, how do you appreciate your partner? We want to hear from you too. How do you appreciate your partner? How do you spice it up to make him or she feel important
And appreciate it.
and appreciate? How do you do it? So let us
Appreciate
know.
it. Yeah.
And don't forget, we have a special guest, special couple, that will join us anytime soon.
Yeah.
So stay hooked.
Tuned. Stay hooked. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's very important. We'll touch based on also other stuff that it's not just saying thank you. It goes a long way. It takes miles. It's not just saying, oh, you look good, oh, thank you. It's also, we'll talk about respect, we'll talk about all those things that makes your partner feel appreciated, the way you treat each other. So we'll talk about those things too.
That's true. That's
Yeah. So guys, tell us, what do you think?
Okay, we need your input as our guest couple is getting ready.
So how do you guys think of the couples that, you know, we've heard stories, and I'm sure you guys have heard those type similar stories whereby my husband doesn't appreciate me or my wife doesn't appreciate me enough. I've been working so hard, I've been doing all these things for my wife, but it looks like she doesn't appreciate me. What do you guys think? Have you ever heard those stories before? Appreciating in many ways in your household. So what do you guys think? How can those couples improve on appreciating or learn how to appreciate one another?
Yeah, just in general, Kingdom Matters. Just in general, appreciating the person for who they are, what they do to you, and just make them feel special. that like they really mean a lot to you. That's the kind of appreciation we're talking about.
Mhm. Thank you, Natasha.
Thank you, Natasha.
Yeah, just in general, they need to learn their partner love language. That's true. Let's talk about that.
Okay. For me, the way I feel, especially as men, we are not really good at appreciating. Like we take a lot of things for granted.
Mm.
We feel like I deserve what she's doing for me. I deserve everything that she's doing for me. So she's just doing a job. She's just doing what she's supposed to do. And for that, we find that the woman start living a life feeling like she's not appreciated for what she's been doing for you for all these years. So that's one thing as men we need to step up and start appreciating our women and let them know how important they are into our lives. There are a lot of things that we cannot do because of them. So that's just one thing that I've noticed. What do you think?
That's a very good point. That's a very good point. I've heard a story of I don't know where I heard it from, but the story was a man has been working, right? And the wife stays home. And they have, I think, 4 kids or something. So every time the husband comes back from work, he finds the house is clean, there's food, his clothes are clean, everything is in place. He eats well and all that. So one day the husband was talking to the friend, and he was telling his friend, oh, your wife, at least your wife works. My wife don't do anything. She's just a housewife. And then the friend was like, oh, your wife is just a housewife. Does she cook? Yes, she does. But she's just a housewife. So what can she do? She has to cook. She's just a housewife, so she has to clean the kids. She's just a housewife. She has to make sure I eat well and everything. And then the friend said, I envy you have somebody who can cook. My wife don't cook because we don't have time. So what your wife is doing for you, don't take it for granted. It's a lot. Other women out there cannot do. This is not just for women, vice versa too. There are some men that are home and their wives are working. Everything that man does for this woman is to appreciate her effort of going out and come back. Same, that woman needs to appreciate the man who's staying home for the effort he's making to keep the house going. It's a teamwork, guys. If one is working hard, the other one is working hard on the other side too. If both of you are working, you're still working hard for each other too. So we can't bring each other down because we're seeing somebody doing something different in their couples. So what you said is very important. We need to appreciate one another. It's not just men, women too. Like in most cases, a lot of men, especially in Africa, here it's a little different, but in Africa, a lot of men work and a lot of women stay home. So we have to appreciate our husbands too for the effort you put in. You don't just come back from work and I have all this attitude, whatever. Put your jacket over there. The food is there. You can get the food in the microwave. Put the food in the microwave and stuff like that. We have to appreciate you, our men, and also you need to feel like, wait a minute.
You're very important.
I'm very important. Even when I come home, my wife treats me good. I know she's also tired, but she's treating me better. She's appreciating me going out there and come back to my home.
Exactly. Antia, she has a question. What happens to partner who doesn't appreciate no matter how you try to respect and appreciate them? They don't just see it.
That's a good one.
That's a good question.
That's a good one. I know there are people that don't just see good things in stuff. But excuse me, guys.
Yes, please.
Thank you. As a child of God, and whether you're a Christian or you're not a Christian, let it start with you. If you want to be appreciated or if you want to be respected, show it first. I know there are people that don't just appreciate. I've heard so many stories of women that cry every night, every morning. My husband cannot appreciate me. We men that complain all the time, I don't know what's wrong with my wife. She can't appreciate me no matter how much I try. First of all, if you're a Christian, we need to put prayers in place.
Exactly.
We need to put prayers in place. If we need to see elders to sit us down with your spouse, let's do that. If you're not a Christian, you also have people that you can talk to. You also have people that you can rely on to say, this is what I'm going through. How can you counsel us? And nowadays, whether you're a Christian or not a Christian, no matter what kind of where you belong, we have counselors nowadays, well specialized in these things. You can make an appointment. If your partner allows you or agrees to see the counsel, go there and be counseled. Obama and the wife Michelle, they talk about this in their book. They said they went for counseling, and that's a couple that we see like they are perfect, right? But marriage, we have to work on it. We have to put in work for it to work. So if you feel like your partner is not appreciated, first of all, start a conversation. Talk to them how you feel, because sometimes if we are not talking, if you're not talking about how we feel with our partners, they'll never know. They'll never know. If we are hiding our feelings inside us, my husband is not going to know that I'm hurting. So I have to let my husband know how I'm feeling for him maybe to understand. Because sometimes if a partner is treating you that way, whereby they don't show concern about how you feel, maybe because they want to know better. They want to know how you feel. Exactly. We don't have to live with guessing that my husband knows or my wife knows I'm feeling this way and is not doing anything about it. I have to talk to my husband. Let's start a conversation. What do you think?
Yeah, or you can start with a conversation, something like, what do you like about, what do you appreciate about me?
Yeah.
What do you think that I'm good at? What? Yeah. So let him say to you.
Yeah.
Let him say. That's how you can start. Because like I said in the beginnings, most men, we are not good in that area. We can just say, okay, this person, she's doing what she's supposed to do, but...
Wait, baby. When you say most men, we are not good in that area, does that mean that you appreciate us bad? You're not just good at saying it.
Yeah, we appreciate, but we don't say it.
Okay.
See what
I just wanted to make that clear.
We appreciate it, but we don't say it.
Okay.
Some men will be like, okay, my wife, wow, she's beautiful. But they don't say it to you. They won't tell you, oh, you're looking good, my wife. You're looking so beautiful today. Oh, you look, they don't say it. But inside them saying, okay, my wife, she's looking good. Oh, my wife. Some men, they have that problem where they don't just open up to share that with their partner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You ladies, I give you prop for that. You ladies are good.
We don't waste time.
Just like you did when the show started. Oh, you're looking good. See? I look lost.
Oh yes, so it's very important to appreciate one another and be open with your partner. Be open with your partner so you can have a conversation. Exactly. Believe me, the how we treat each other, babe, that's how our children will be treating their partners.
Exactly.
So if you even have children, start appreciating one another in front of your children. Say something nice to your partner. Say something nice. So your son can also see that my dad says good stuff to my mom. When he grows up, he's gonna be doing the same thing to his wife. And your wife, the mother will be doing, your daughter will be doing the same thing to her husband.
Exactly.
Yeah. Whew. Yeah, hope we answered your question, Lontia. Lontia, right? Hope we answered your question.
Yeah, Lontia.
Lontia, hope we answered the question.
And then Natasha Wadia said, we need to appreciate our partner, because we can't stand on our own. Two are better than one.
That's true. That's very true, Natasha. Thank you very much. Yes.
If they don't say, then how do you know that they appreciate you? Exactly.
exactly.
That's why I say you need to step up and just ask me a question. What do you appreciate about me? Let him say it. That's the conversation starter.
Yeah.
So, and then after he or she says that to you, then you go, you see, I like it when you say this. Make him feel, let him know how you enjoy when you hear those
kind
words.
Of yes. And also the other game, partners, spouses, marriage people, couples, we need also to play certain games. I remember before we got married, my husband was in America, I was in Zambia. We used to play this game on phone, text games. Those games really helped knowing each other.
Exactly.
Because we were like, whatever comes in your mind, I would text and ask him a question, and then he would text back answering. So what I'm trying to say is sometimes put down maybe stuff on the paper and say the things that I appreciate about my husband. I'll put maybe 10 stuff. The thing I appreciate about my wife, he puts 10 stuff, and then we switch. Maybe that can be a conversation starter too. Oh, so you when reading, oh, so my wife likes it when I smile. Oh, my husband likes it when I do this. Oh, my husband likes it. My wife likes it when I do that. I think that can the excuse me, what helps with the conversation? I know sometimes it's hard to start some conversations. I think what starts is to be open and to be a friend to your partner.
Exactly.
Don't look at your partner as a stranger or somebody we're just here to make children. No. Make him or make her your friend, your best friend. When you're having struggles, I'll go to my husband and tell him. Same applies to him. When he's going through stuff, he tells me, let's sort out together, let's sit down together and let's discuss. But if we are not open and if we are not friends, it can be hard even to start certain conversations.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. I hope we answered your question, Lon.
Lontia. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So guys, keep writing. Let's teach each other. Let's learn together. Let's learn together.
Okay. Can I put you on the spot?
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Okay, I'll leave it for the last.
You're gonna forget.
No, I'll forget.
You made me laugh. What do you appreciate about me? Oh my gosh.
Trust me. The list is endless. You're a special woman.
Oh.
Very special.
Okay. Did you hear that, guys? Hey.
I just love the way you treat all of us, not just me and the kids. You are a very, very, very special person, like in our lives. I don't know how we can live our lives without you.
Oh.
So we are really thankful for that.
Oh, thank you, babe. So as you, oh my God, life would be crazy without you. Life would be, oh my gosh, it would be something else without you. The kids, when our children, even the 4-year-old looks at the time. Looks at the time and said, what's going on? Dad is not here. Mommy, call daddy. He has to be here. I'm like, he's on the way. Did he say he's on the way? Call him. So that's how much we appreciate you. That's how much we enjoy your company. It's like, I don't know how many times I call you sometimes just to hear your voice. And the fact that my husband makes me laugh every time, all the day, like I'll be laughing and cracking out. That doesn't mean that we don't fight. We do fight, but we laugh a lot too. So I appreciate you, babe. So special in my life and in the lives of the children.
Thank
we
you
don't know
so
what we can do without you, babe. And we are best friends, guys. We are not even making it up. We are best friends. I remember back home, we would laugh. You know how women laugh with the high five? Me and my husband would laugh and do high five, and some couples will go like, ah, did you see that? We are just like that, we're just open, and we love to laugh.
Thank you so much, Uncle Site Bethel Deborah. Nice couple. I love you. May God bless you.
Oh, thank you.
We
God
love
bless
you
you
too.
too. We
We
love
you so
you.
much. Okay, it seems like our guest couple, they are almost ready. And they'll be joining us in a second from now.
Yes, we are so excited to have, oh my gosh, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, guys. You're gonna enjoy them. You're gonna love them.
Okay, I guess
Kingdom Matters saying something.
that's how it's supposed to be. Keep it up. Thank you, Kingdom
Thank you,
Matter.
Kingdom Matters.
Mhm.
Okay. Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
They're coming up right now.
Hi.
Guys.
How are you?
Hi,
We're
we're
doing
good. Thank you.
How
How
are
are
you doing,
you?
Mr. Smith?
Pretty
Long
good.
time. Good to see you.
Yes, sir.
Same. Thanks for the invite. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, this is Mr. and Mrs. Smith. We are so happy to have you guys, and we're so honored that you accepted to be here today with us. So, we're going to get started. So, the topic today is appreciating your partner, Mr. Smith.
That's that's a pretty heavy, topic today,
I know.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
let me start by saying, thank you for having us, and being a part of your life today, so as we, talking about appreciating your partner. So what I've learned, throughout the course of my years is that, one of the key thing to, being able to appreciate them is listening. Listening is very, very important because, in my early stage of our relationship, I never used to listen. So I missed a lot of key things. Things are like the most important things, it's kind of like being said every day, but sometimes how, women, they just like to talk, and we just like, okay, okay, just to, get them off our backs. But and then, sometimes, the reality catches up with you, and then it's like, it may get to a stage where say, well, you know what, I'm not gonna do this anymore. And then all of a sudden, they have your attention. So then I've realized, like, all along, she's been saying exactly, what are the things she likes, she don't like, how she want to be treated. So, I've missed a lot of things by, not listening. So now that I'm here today, I could say that, our relationship is a lot better, and I know exactly, how to appreciate her, and it's just by listening. Those are the key things, because she says it every day, all the time, so by listening, I'm able to know exactly how to start, my level of appreciation, to make things, smoother in your everyday life, in your relationship, and like I said, by listening, you just learn a lot.
Yes,
Exactly.
that's true.
Wow.
That's very, very true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
So,
really
so to all, the couples out there, the married men, I just want to say, the key thing is listening. I've missed a lot of it, but now I've learned to, just listen, and sometimes, listening is better than seeing. So
Mhm.
that's my little input on the on the subject of, appreciating your partner. So
Mhm.
and once we know how to focus on, what's going on internally with them, how to appreciate them, in the physical sense, whether it be with gifts, whether it be with action, but like I said, the key thing is listening.
Listening.
Mhm.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's very important. I love the way you said it because we've had issues. My husband knows exactly what to say, right? And he
Uh-huh.
knows what I'm about to say, right? So I'll
Mhm.
be talking, and he wants to cut me in because he knows what I want to say, and it's not relevant at that time because he thinks he would say sometimes, I know what you want to say, but listen to this. So I'm like, just listen.
Yeah.
And I know we love to talk, and before we go to the point where we say we would say a lot of things as women, so and say a lot of things before we go to the main point. And my husband is like, just go straight to the point. Because straight
Uh-huh.
to the point so I can we can conversate, but I want to talk, and maybe sometimes maybe you used to get bored, right? Like
Not really bored, like like I already know what you want to say. Anyway, I'm guilty of that. Like you just said, I'm a bad listener. I don't really listen when she's talking. So I'm working on that. It's still a working process. I'm working on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Lenora Smith, what's your take on that?
Well, appreciation for me is very big, and I'm gonna talk. Let me bad talk him first, okay? Because I like
Okay.
a little laugh. So, Winnie, we sometimes sing at church on a Sunday,
yeah,
and we come home, and all we want these men to say is, "Hey, great job! You did a really good, you did really good today." I love how you went in on that last song.
yeah.
So I guess, but I noticed that a lot of times it becomes such a routine that they miss that. So to me, and showing appreciation is just remembering those small things. So
Yeah.
it may be the thing that you see every day, but especially I know for both women and men, they want you to tell them those things. Or for me, sometimes I need to be reminded, or if it's something that I need to do better. So knowing that, showing the appreciation, it also shows a man or a woman that you're paying attention to
Mhm.
what's going on with them. So I think that was one for me, because sometimes I'd say, "Hey, I just came home from church, and I'm here sweating. Sometimes you need two rags up there." And he's like, "Oh, well, I guess it's something you always do. Why do I need to tell you that? You're singing for God, it ain't to me." you know and then he would hear another singer, and you say, like, okay, perfect example, Winnie, you always sing "Come and See." So he'll say, "Man, did you hear her sing?" And I'm like, you can talk about her. So it's always just remembering those little things. And I think a lot of times, even with us being very traditional, because we're from Trinidad, a lot of things became cultural, but understanding that we can have fun and we can maintain. And I could always tell him, "Hey, you know what, I think you look good today." Or today I was in service and I saw him in the back, and he's coming looking good. So he came home, and I'm like, "Gosh, you look really good in the back." And he's like, "Why don't you concentrate on praising God?" But he was coming in. He was coming in, and I looked at him. I'm like, "Dang, that's my man." So just little things like that. I think it looks good, especially for families that has children growing
Mhm.
up. Not that my parents had arguments, but I just thought marriage was boring. I didn't see the fun of it. So when you appreciate your spouse in front of the children, they understand that, and they also appreciate each other. So they'll
Yes.
also say, so they grow up with that mindset of thank appreciation. It just says thank you. You cook today, thank you. Oh, you made this really nice, even though they've been making the same thing over and over. So
Mhm.
sometimes I think I even miss that, because I look at the things that my husband don't do and miss the things that he do. So when I appreciate those things that he do, it just, make me more grateful, because there are a lot of people that don't even have the success that we have. We've been married for 12 years.
Oh,
Wow.
So
nice,
That's
nice.
good.
Yeah.
Congratulations, guys.
thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
We have a question from the viewer. I don't know if you can see the comments on the screen.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
So
what happens to your partner who likes telling their parents if you have small issue in house as husband and wife that you two easy sort out without involving third party or person?
okay. Yeah. So that's something that I'm at fault for doing sometimes, because Kerwin parents are so nice to me that I'll feel like if I tell them, they'll be on my side. And he's the private person that likes to sort it out. So I've learned a lot from him, because honestly, I'm always the person to run my mouth or to be the bickering person. And I've learned from him, sometimes it's just an opportunity. If you're really mad at that time, just take a little moment away and think about it, because sometimes I may tell his mom something, or I may call her and she may miss the call. And by the time she's called me back, I'm like, gosh, what was I that mad about? So I've learned in taking that step back. Sometimes it does help, going to your parents, you know, not all, because sometimes if it's something big, like I know for my mom, if I were to go to my mom, she kind of remembers that, and when she was here, she would kind of remind me of things. So sometimes keeping it inside the home, I think it makes it stronger, because you guys get to solve it without third party being involved. What do you think?
Well, it depends. It kind of depends on the situation. I think it should start within the home first. Within both of us. And if it's something that it kind of escalates, then I would seek counsel from the parents. You know what I mean? Because they may see it from a different perspective. So because I may have my own perspective, she has her own perspective, but both of us just can't see eye to eye. So then you need someone from a different perspective, to take a look at the whole situation and say, well, hey, you was wrong, or you was right, or maybe you guys should have done it this way, because even sometimes in a relationship, both partners are trying to get a point across, and sometimes they may be so upset or so angry, you may state your disclosures and they're gonna hear what they want to hear.
That's me all the time.
So there's times that I have stated my disclosures to her, and I'm saying, this is not what I'm saying, but she totally missed it, went over her head and went to complain about me, So when I had to, explain the situation, it kind of like ruled in my favor, because she was so to the point of being upset on her high. It's like she totally missed what I was trying to explain to her.
She was not
had to come from a third party, basically.
She was not listening.
No, but here's the thing, though. It's important even when you do respond. But when you do have to bring third party in, right? I think it's very important to tell. There's three sides of the story. Mm-hmm. There's my side, there's your side, and the truth. So, like, sometimes I would complain to my aunt, and I would complain on him, but I tell her my side. I'll make it sound so perfect. And by the time she hears what he has to say, she shut it down. Because I made me sound good. And then he comes in with 2 words and it shuts it down.
Yeah, I think that just to add on what you're saying, also, if what happens to partners who like telling their parents?
No, that's the same question.
That's the same question, right? So let's say if we have an issue in the house and I go run to my parents and tell them this is what Eddie did. First of all, my parents will not, maybe it's a bad thing, right? Let's say it's a bad thing. He did something really bad. So the third party, my parent or whosoever, my aunt or my cousins, whenever we're going to be in an issue, they're not going to respect him. Correct. Because they've already known, they know that he has this, I would say disability. A weakness of beating up the wife, or even if it was my fault, like maybe he said something that was so harsh to me, maybe it was my fault. That first, let me make it clear, he's not supposed to say anything really bad to me, even if it's my fault, right? But because he said it, maybe he didn't say it the way I'm making it sound. He said it. Am I saying it right?
Yeah, you say it right.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
You guys get it? Yeah, like he says something to me and I go report to my parents. There are two things. If I go to his parents, like Lenora, you go to Mr. Smith's parents, that's a different issue because you were looking good that side. But if you went to your mom is not gonna look at your husband the same way. He'll look at
Correct.
him as an abuser or somebody who's bad. So the time he's gonna go to your mom and say something, your mom is not gonna take him serious because you're already abusing my child. You're already abusing my daughter. You're already bad to this child, to my daughter. So I'm not gonna take your side. So I feel like in marriage or in any relationship, when we have problems, to sort it out, the two of us, unless like Mr. Smith said, if it escalates to another level, then let's involve them because the same people we go to tell stuff, they're not gonna respect what we have.
That's true.
They want to respect what we have. That's just what I think.
That's very true.
And two,
For me, I believe going to family members sometimes, especially when you have negative things to say about your partner, is very bad because you are exposing the weakness of your partner to them. So for me, I would suggest maybe to go to a neutral person, not family member, someone like a stranger, someone that you know who has at least experience in that area where you can share your issues and then you sort it out. Than sharing like me going to my parents. So listen, what Winnie was doing. That's really bad. For at that moment right there, they'll be looking down on her like, okay, she's mistreating our child. Because no matter how old we get, our parents still look at us like my child. You know what I mean? So they get affected. So for me, I feel like we should avoid involving parents when there's something going on like that. You can involve an uncle or somebody who's just far away from the family, especially with something negative. That's my point.
Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's good.
Yeah. I think that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Yeah. Somebody who's other than family. So this way, the advice you're gonna be getting is gonna be unbiased. Versus having to go to family members. Yeah. But again, I said, but based on the extent of the situation, sometimes you wanna keep it, try to keep it in house or within the family. If it's to that extent where you feel like it's beyond that, then I say, well, we seek outside counseling.
And then we had a situation, not between me and him, but between friends. So I had a situation with my cousin where she felt that she needed to get more advice, but in getting advice to the wrong person, it sparked it up even more. So I guess we have to really be mindful of the third party we're bringing in. So if you know that you're really upset and your mom is not in good health, or she may be biased to this. So I'll go to my aunt because my aunt, she more or less look at things on an even level. But I have seen situation escalated because I would say, he didn't bring home groceries today and he said he was going to, and then you call the other person and they say probably he was tired and maybe he didn't. They'll say, wow, imagine him, he could have bring home that. I told you that man is lazy. I told you. And it amped you on to even be more mad when it could have been a person with reasonable counsel. So you have to, I think you got to know, even if it's your parents, your cousin, your whomever, it got to be a person that can bring you down to that balance, not a person that hypes you on, make things worse, because you're going to walk away from your whole marriage because you got advice from the wrong person.
Exactly.
That's true. That's very important.
Yeah, we have a question on the screen from our viewer. I don't know if you can see it. You can check it out.
Yes. You want to take that?
Yeah, she says, how can you help someone who doesn't know
someone who doesn't know
yeah.
how
Yes.
to your spouse?
Mm-hmm.
How can you teach them? I will let Lenora answer this one, and then I will respond.
Okay.
Okay, I think if you really don't know if you really don't know how to, I would recommend the same way like with God, we start with those small things like thank you God, we love you, we appreciate you. I think at least once or twice a day, you know, because sometimes me as a person, I can see everything wrong and not the things that are right. So I think in being able to see, you know, be able to see something that they did and not overlook it. So if it's something that, you know, they make you breakfast, start by saying how you like it. It's good, you know, probably more specific. Oh, the bread you made is so soft, you know, and then it becomes a habit because I know Kerwin and I, we really had to get in the groove of that because I would always show appreciation. Kerwin would think it's fake because he thinks because I'm like a big cheerleader, right? And then when it comes to him, I'm like, hey, show appreciation. And his way of showing appreciation is with gifts. But gifts is not really the way to appreciate me. To appreciate me is the kind words.
Yeah.
So I think by starting just with little things that a person do, being able to see the good before the bad, making an example. Let's say I'm gonna always say a positive about this person before even a negative. So if you have to say a negative, I learned this at work. So I would say, Kerwin, I really like your shirt today, but I think it would have looked better with a gray tie. I appreciated the shirt, but then I told him how it would look better. But now when I say, oh, I like your shirt, but gosh, you can iron it, it defeats the purpose right away. So being able to talk about,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, being able to talk about the positive first. Yep.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah. I do agree. You know, and it's a kind of a sensitive subject of being able to, let's just say your spouse, you know, don't know how to show appreciation. How do you, you know, get to that place where you show them appreciation? Because for one, in you know, let me use myself again. The early parts of our relationship, you know, I never used to show, you know, appreciation, you know. And you know, whenever Lenora would bring it across to me, sometimes even though I know that she's genuine, you know, sometimes to me it comes off as an offense, you know. And at the end of the day, I used to always be the one feeling some kind of a way, you know, like, man, why she always gotta tell me stuff? You know what I mean? You know, so I kind of take it in a negative sense. So, but you know, then I get to realize that, you know, sometimes always hearing things about ourselves isn't always pleasing, but I know that, you know, in the long run, you know, it has me, you know, who I am today, even, you know, be a better person, you know, like when it comes to Lenora, you know, she loves verbal appreciation. You know, she tells me things, nice things all the time. And I'd be like, listen,
You can't take it to the store.
you know, what am I supposed to do with that? Am I supposed to put this in my pocket? You know, sometimes, you know, I even get upset. I even get upset with my customers. You know, you know, for example, I have this customer that every time she sees me, she comes outside and she said, Kerwin, I just want to tell you thank you for everything that you do. And every single time this lady tells me this, and I'm like, man, it's hot out here. You can't even bring me a glass of water. You coming to tell me you appreciate me? So this is the way I am, you know. So this past holiday, I have other customers, you know. I had basically a stack of cards from, you know, some of my customers. I open it, you know, there will be monetary items, there will be gift card, and they say, you see, this is what I'm talking about. This is how you appreciate me, you know. But you know, you want to tell me thank you and you're doing a great job. What was that? You know, so you know, these are the hints. These are the hints that I dropped to Lenora. Like, you really want to appreciate me, you know, these are the things that I like, you know, these are the things that I love, you know, I can do it, you know. So just to answer that question, you know, appreciating your partner, what you can do, you know, those are just little gestures that, you know, you could throw out there, you know, like, you know, what do you like? or you see what I'm saying? So you know, you could present it to them in a much more in a sweeter manner, you know.
Mhm.
Or would you say knowing their love language?
Yes,
Knowing if
yes.
you know your partner's love language, you would know how to appreciate it. Starts there. So if you know their
Yes.
love language is affirmation, you may want to appreciate in that way. So mine is affirmation. His is gifts.
That's
I think women we are more on words. We want to hear all the good
Yeah,
stuff coming to our ears.
and men, we are not good with that.
exactly.
Yeah, so the other point I
Yeah.
want to talk about is respect. So I feel like appreciating your partner, respect plays a big role too. What can you guys say about that? About respecting one another in terms of appreciating your partner?
Oh, that's a great question. I would say it kind of starts with being able to respect. You know, it starts with, you know, a level of, you know, communication. You know, um, basically it's kind of like start with you, individual, kind of like, you know, what you don't like for yourself. You know, basically you don't give it out. You know, you don't project that out. You know, so I
Excuse me.
was kind of say, you know, starts, you know, respect, uh communication.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
for me respect comes in like if your spouse is saying to you, you know, perfect example, like um I'm not a fan of doing laundry, right? I'm not a fan. And Kerwin, I know for a fact he don't mind doing laundry. So he respects me so much he would say, "Okay, I'll do that." And then you would fold. He don't like to fold. So I think it's all about also respect comes with meeting each other halfway. And if you hear that person is saying, "Hey, don't do that and don't do that," and it breaks me down when you do that, probably turn that negative around where they feel bad about it, and in showing them that respect, you're turning it around for positive and making them feel appreciated. Story that happened in church last week. So we were
Mm.
singing and we were getting it wrong and wrong. And then there was this particular young lady that was singing, and she kept missing her cue. And her husband kept saying, "Oh, sing it over, sing it over." On one end, I was like, "Gosh, when would they just get over it?" So when she got it right, he came over in front of the whole choir and gave her a hug and a kiss and say, "Wow, you got it." He celebrated her success. So even in that, he respected that she was going through that, but he was adamant with her to keep doing it. It doesn't mean respect doesn't mean walking away from it and allowing your partner to do whatever they want. But he saw her through what he knows she can do, and then he came and celebrated. So that was another way through respect. He celebrated her success, a way of appreciation.
Wow.
Wow, that's amazing. Yes, that's very true. Whew, that was amazing, guys. Thank you so much. I have learned a lot from you
Oh yeah.
guys. I have learned a lot.
I've learned one important thing.
Hmm.
I need to start listening a lot. I need to start listening. That's my. Thank you so much, sir.
Oh, yeah, thank you so much. Guys, you heard it for yourself. The Smiths, full of wisdom. Thank you so much, guys. We really appreciate you for coming in today, and we'll do more of this.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you so
much. You have
much.
a
You
great
have a good one.
evening.
Absolutely.
God bless you guys. Regards to the children
Happy
for us.
Sunday to y'all.
Oh,
Thank
happy
All
Sunday
right.
to
you.
you too. Thank you so much.
All right. Same to you guys.
All right, man.
Thank you. Bye.
Wow.
Wow. Excuse me, guys. You heard it for yourself. That was the Smiths.
Mhm. That was so good.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. Whew.
Okay, I learned something from there. My weakness is I don't really listen. I always try to cut my wife short when she's talking because I'm that kind of a person. When she's talking, I'll figure out, like, I know exactly what she's gonna say next. So like, oh, okay, I know what you're trying to say. Trying to say this. Okay, the answer is this. That's very wrong. I know that's my weakness, and I'm still working on that. So you let us know what you think, what you feel about this show. If you learned something or you have a contribution that you wanna add up to this show.
Yeah. And if you're watching on Facebook, please like the page. If you're watching from YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube channel. And also the other thing that before we go, guys, we are ready to go soon, right?
Yeah, almost.
Yeah. So before we go, guys, I wanted to talk about valuing. I saw something. This hit my head and my heart so bad. I saw something of this couple that was saying, value your spouse, value your partner before it's too late. So this man gave an example of imagine you go to the hospital, right? And the doctor tells you, with what your wife is going through, she'll only have few days to live. And you think about how bad you've been, how unappreciative you've been towards your partner. So at that point, it's like the doctor just brings all your mind and your heart in one place. You think of appreciating your friend more, and you don't want to appreciate their memories. I thought that was so deep. I thought that was really deep. Don't value your partner before it's too late.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah.
I always miss that.
Yeah. And also the other point I want to say is do something together. Find a common ground. Find a common something that you love to do. In our case, we love to watch movies with our children. We love to travel when we have chance. We love to do that. My husband is a fan of soccer. I don't know if I really love soccer, but because he loves it, I support Chelsea too. I'm a Chelsea fan. Our kids are Chelsea fans. Even if sometimes I don't want to watch it, like yesterday, I found myself watching Chelsea when he was at work. And I just found myself watching it. So even if I don't like it, I have to watch it because my husband likes it, just to support him with what he does.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. You are welcome. Launches says...
Made her just like that. Yeah, I'm sure she's agreeing with what I said.
What you said, yes.
I always cut you short, yeah.
There's one question that we didn't read from Grace.
From Grace.
Mm-hmm.
Is that one there?
Yes. Appreciating your partner is also it also helps to know what a partner likes. If there is no appreciation, it's difficult to tell what he or she loves. That's very true.
That's very true.
Like Mr. and Mrs. Smith said, you have to know the language of your partner. Mm-hmm. It's very important to know what they love for you to be able to appreciate them.
Thelma says, what do you do if you have 3 or 4 kids and they demand so much attention from you that you only have little time to for each other? There are times when I feel like spending the whole day just with my husband, but I can't happen. It can't happen because your kids need attention. Okay. No, the oldest is only 10 and the youngest just 2 years old. Wow, that's a very, very interesting topic, which we can relate a little bit, me and my wife right now. So you should always try to do something to create time for your partner. That's what I can say. Try to create time for each other. Because the issue is you have to delegate. You say the oldest is 10, mm-hmm. and the youngest is how old? 2. The youngest is 2. Just keep the youngest very busy during the day. That's the best thing I can tell you. Keep that little baby busy during the day. That way, when it's like almost 8 o'clock, somewhere there, he's already tired and ready to sleep. The other ones, you can control them. Tell them to go to bed, go to your room, go sleep, go do this. That's it. And then you will have some time with your partner. That's very important. These kids, they will grow up one day, and guess what?
They'll leave.
They'll leave. They won't be spending time with you. They'll be spending time with their friends, and all that. That's it. You're not going to be part of you are not going to be their priority. Sad to say that, but it's true. You're not going to be their priority
Anymore, yeah.
It's going to be just you and your husband in the future. That's it. So your kids are not going to be there. So always try to do your best to create time for your partner. The kids, keep them busy and create some time. You can say, okay, from 8 p.m. it's me and my husband. That's it. Don't let your kids interfere in the relationship. Always try to do that.
Yeah, so just to add on what Thelma said, it's really hard to have. It's beautiful and it's hard. We have 3 kids ourselves. What you're experiencing, it's every person, every mother out there, every father out there, they go through. There are sometimes we just want to be the two of us. That's when our youngest is 8 months. 9 months, 10 months. Gee, she turned 10 months yesterday, babe.
Wow.
That's when she want to be so hyper and want to be there, be part of what's going on. Crying and demanding attention, and also the other one. So what has helped us? We make sure we as parents, as we are their parents, we become a little bit friends with them at a certain level. Like we'll play with them. If they want to watch a movie, let's watch a movie together. Let's popcorn and whatever. Let's do this together. While we're doing that, that little one also, we're trying to make her tired. She's trying to walk right now. Your 2-year-old baby is walking, I'm sure. Try to make her walk as much as she can or he can, so he can get tired. By the time it's 21 hours, 20 hours, that's 8 p.m., you are ready to have fun with your husband. You're ready to sit the two of you. And also sometimes if you have somebody that can take care of your kids, sometimes take your kids, let them go play with their cousins or something. Be with your husband. Go out sometimes. I know you guys are busy. Your husband is working. You're doing your business. But get together, the two of you. Take them to the cousin's house. Or if you need to pay for someone to come watch your kids, pay and let them be with someone. Let that person watch them. You and your husband go out on a date. Go out somewhere and just be the two of you, even for just 1 hour. It's very important. We don't have to forget ourselves. Like my husband said, at one point, they'll leave. Their focus will be their friends, their new extended families, and it will be the two of you. If you don't spend time while you're young, it will be hard to spend time together while you grow up, while you grow older.
That's true.
So hope that helps.
Papa Bruno say in marriage, you only know that somebody respects you when you make a mistake. The approach he or she will give you. Wow.
Wow, that's really deep. That's a good one. That's a good one.
That's when you see true love.
That's when you see true love. You're very right, Papa Bruno. You're very right. Thank you so much. Because sometimes that's when like the lion in us comes out. Like, oh, you did this. You too. You're this, you're that. You start putting all the people that are not supposed to be in there. But as married people, it's very, very important to watch our words. Words matter, right, babe? Mm-hmm. Words matter. When we are mad, that's when we should take a breath. That's when we should sit back and reflect. Just think about it. Exactly. Okay?
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
It has been amazing, guys.
You've been so amazing. And please share this video. This video will stay there. And keep sharing. And join us next Sunday. We have a very nice topic.
Yes.
All right.
Have fun.